I've had another question come in today about barrel vaults, specifically about using the shell tool. Here you can see I've got two shells. There's this weird squiggly line here. With some shells, some shell types, specifically like revolve shells, you can sometimes change the resolution by segmenting it, but the default segmentation on an extruded shell like you would use on a standard barrel vault is just sort of fixed, and Archicad doesn't necessarily play well with any kind of curves. It tries to triangulate and create polygons. So you can see here that these low sloping barrel vaults, where they come together, one connection is fine, the other connection is not. They're trimmed out, for all extents they would render out fine, but graphically they kind of look like garbage in 3D and in plan. They create that sort of jagged line. So I created this fill, and I actually created a custom profile for that fill. If we look at the profile manager here, and where did I put that? There it is right there. So I just created this custom profile that matches that vault. It's just got the thickness to it. The advantage to the shell is that thickness is baked in. Here I have to actually draft out the thickness that I need in this profile, apply it to beams. And then what I've done, and I sort of already modeled this out to make sure that it works, is I've modeled it as 4 separate beams. Now, what you really want to do is make sure that this beam is a little bit proud. It doesn't have to be whatever I have here, like 2 feet or something, or a foot proud. But even if it's just like, a 1/4 of an inch or something proud of the other beams, it's going to intersect a little bit cleaner at the ends. So if we look at these guys in 3D, you can see there that, like, by not having it quite far enough out, it might create these sort of weird intersections. It might take some SEO trimming and stuff. But the beams, the nice thing is that the beams do come in clean when they intersect. And what you want to do is make sure that you have 4 of those beams together. Where they really start to, you can see that vault starts to miter together. If they don't extend out far enough, that's where you start to get these weird like cap situations coming through. Like this one right here is capping right there. So it might take a little bit of solid element operations. You might need to say that this is the operator and this is the target. We'll do a subtraction with downward extrusion to clean some of those up. But for the most part, it comes in pretty clean, and at least graphically it looks fine in plan. The other thing to know about these beams as the solution for this, first of all, you do need 4 of them. And second of all, if any of these projection modes are set to symbolic, or the projection overhead is set to outlines, what you get is essentially you don't get the vault. You don't get those corners coming together. So you do want to make sure that this is set to either projected or projected with overhead, depending on how high it is, and that the projection mode for all settings is set to projected, not symbolic. That's going to ensure that you get the projection of those barrel vaults coming together. Anyway, I hope this gets you a better solution than this wavy, jagged line that we get from the shell tool.